Pisces, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your shift reading for the month of November, Scorpio season. So we are looking at the shape you are shifting out of this month, the shape you shift into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. Okay, Pisces, the image that's coming to me for you this month is so I saw it's like those slow motion underwater scenes in movies where the person just like dives into the water and then immediately we're underwater with you and you're just like in slow motion swimming and being in that the weightlessness of that water, like and then I heard the Disney song, I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. Okay, so there's something about like a recognition from the past being awakened by that sensation of weightlessness, anti-gravity almost, that you can experience when you're just like allowing yourself to be underwater and to be held by the water. So imagine that, you know, just like this slow-mo movie shot of you weightless under the water with that song. I know you, I walk with you once upon a dream. Interesting. And then I got a flash of that Nirvana album cover, you know, with the baby, the infant underwater, which is interesting because an infant would evoke feelings of your past self. You know, like your child self, which would go along with this I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream kind of imagery. Very interesting. It's also interesting how the title of that album is Nevermind, almost like returning to something from the past in this way and then being like, never mind. I don't know if any of this is applicable. We're gonna find out as we get into the reading here. So I've already pre-pulled cards. I'm doing that this round because there's a lot of changes happening in the channel, which I will get into more at the end of this reading. And the energy for Scorpio season is really big, and I felt like I just needed to sit with the cards for a bit before I started talking with you. Now, Pisces, I'm a little blown because I'm doing things a bit differently this go around. I'm reading all the water signs, okay? And so starting with Cancer and then into Scorpio and now you, the same cards are coming out in such a through line through y'all water signs energy readings. I'm a little bit thrown off, honestly, because my mind is so blown. But each of you have a very different, there's a different take, a different swing to this energy, a different flavor, if you will, but there's such a water sign through line, which pleases me. I'll show you your shapeshift. You are shifting out of this image associated with the Knight of Swords in this deck. It says the hooded brother. And you are shifting into the Page of Cups, which is the Sister of Roses in this deck. And these two energies have, well, this energy came out for Cancer. Both of these came out for Scorpio, and now here they are for you, just like as your actual shapeshift. It's really amazing. So I've been seeing this energy as a power dynamic where, you know, there's this, the Cobra is embodying this very large presence, and the fact that it's hooded speaks to me of some sort of veiled energy. Like they are presenting themselves in a veiled way in order to capture the minds, basically, of all of this like crowd of people. It is very much an energy of a whole crowd of people being mesmerized by someone very powerful. I mean, this could very easily be connected to the current political state here in the United States. Or really, you know, it could be connected to people in power in general and the influence they have and the way they use their powers and their authority and their position in ways that sort of mesmerize, hypnotize, manipulate others. It is a gnarly energy. It's slippery, y'all. It's a slippery use of power here showing up. And this is the shape you're shifting out of. So I think it's that you are shifting out whatever relationship you have to this energy. You know, I'm not surprised that it's coming out for all the water signs in November. I mean, here in the US at least, we're facing a huge election season. So issues around power dynamics, especially in terms of like a leader that holds a lot of power over a large amount of people. Yeah, of course this energy is coming up for all of us in this way. But your relationship to this kind of power dynamic is what you are shifting out of. And the shape you shift into is this beautiful Page of Cups, which is just like this fierce vulnerability, Pisces. I'm actually really, for Scorpio, this shape came out, and I was really drawn to the softness and the tenderness and the vulnerability. And I was talking about how there's so much power in this, in like standing behind and allowing your vulnerability to be shared with others. Pages are messengers to share the message of your heart. But for you, Pisces, all of that is applicable. And also that softness that you contain, this like childlike softness. I did see the baby in the Nirvana album cover. Underwater, which is cups, emotions. It's like this person is, I don't know how else to say it except fierce in their feelings. Pisces, you are fierce in your feelings. You have a reputation for being very in your feelings. And I'm sure many of you connect with that energy of like, yeah, I'm in my feelings. And this reading today seems to be really empowering you in that energy and being like, yeah, you're in your feelings. You're fierce in your feelings, which I really like. Okay, interesting. So it's almost like you are standing up to this energy by recognizing that your power comes from your vulnerability. It's like your tenderness is your superpower here. Okay, what your shapeshift looks and feels like. So intense, so incredible. So this first card here, the Hidden Wolf, and it says masks. It's not a tarot card. It's one that's special to the El Goliath Tarot. So we have a wolf in sheep's clothing. Very clearly here, this is the unmasking of this energy. This is seeing that nasty manipulative power dynamic for what it really is. Again, however you have a relationship to that. Maybe this is talking about people in power. Maybe this is talking about power dynamics in your personal experience, but the mask is coming off. It feels really, really good. The mask is coming off. Interestingly, the mask is coming off to reveal the vulnerability, the heart. It's like once the mask comes off, the heart can come forward. There's something about unmasking the predator, because a wolf would hunt a deer. There's something about unmasking the predator who pretends it's the victim. Whoa. Pretending it's the victim, but actually it's a predator. This could be like a psychological energy working inside of you. Okay, this doesn't have to be necessarily someone you can point to. But it's like there's this sort of like predator pretending it's a victim, pretending it's prey in order to get what it wants. And actually it's like that is what's being unmasked, and maybe quite painfully, because that's nasty. That doesn't look comfortable. But the mask is coming off to reveal how this energy has been feasting, by pretending to be something that it is not, by pretending to be a victim when it just isn't. And then once that unmasks, it's safe for this deer inside of you maybe to come out, for the heart to reclaim its power. So when this is unmasked, everything changes. Wheel of Fortune. Everything changes. This is a great change. This is a turning of the wheel. This is a shifting in circumstances. It's a 180-degree turn. Everything changes. What does it say? The Great Wheel. Yeah. Yeah, it's much larger energy outside of you. Much larger energy. Maybe this is like a social change or a societal shift, something like that. But there's a big change right at the center of your reading here with this unmasking that paves the way. Now we end with the Ten of Pentacles and Page of Cups, that paves the way for this beautiful openness. The Ten of Pentacles usually talks about like security and having the resources and the wealth and the assets that you need to feel safe and secure, to feel like you have a firm foundation. And that, by the way, doesn't have to be just money. It could be being surrounded by people you feel secure with and family. But what I'm seeing here is interesting how these are both open mouths, because I just see this, especially in the Scorpio reading. This card came out and it was just a mouth. And it's this oyster shell, which is again underwater, like all this underwater energy, even though it's a Pentacles card, which is usually a very, very earthy card. It's like, here it is underwater with the Page of Cups. It's actually like they're doing this beautiful reversal. The cups being shown with an earth being and the earth being shown with a water being. I love that. But here it is, this energy that sits in the depths of the emotions, in the depths of the water, now opening up. It's like there's something, Pisces, about when you are submerged. Okay, I get it now. I was just about to say submerged underwater. It could be translated as in your feelings. When you are in your feelings, there's a beautiful opening. That's the opening, is when you are submerged. So it's like, let yourself be in your feelings. Let yourself submerge into those beautiful waters and let them hold you. Because when you feel held by those waters, it's like you open up in this way that maybe you see a version of yourself you haven't seen in a very long time, just coming back to, I know you, I walked with you once. It's like, oh, right, I know this version of me. I forgot about this version of me that is so fierce in my feelings, Emphasis on the fierce, Pisces. Because it's like you're literally able to fight this very powerful energy with your own very powerful energy and very different versions of power. And maybe these versions of power exist inside of you, and this is the version that wants to come forth now this month, to unmask this version and say, it's time to be fierce in your feelings. It's really interesting, and I think this just like opens up a lot of things for you in terms of your own sense of security, to be that vulnerable and to recognize it as power. Ooh, Pisces, this is good. I'm so excited to see where this goes. So we're going to take this into the extended reading now. I'm going to use other decks, pull some cards, and see if we can dig into this energy for you for November. So stick around. I'm going to explain some changes that are coming to the channel so that you can be directed in a new way to view your extended reading. So stick around. I am so excited to announce that Unseen Hands is expanding. My dear friends and fellow healing artists, Kevin and Kelsey, are joining me to form Unseen Hands, a healing arts collective. We want to deepen your monthly shift experience by adding in astrology and a creative guidebook to help you work through your monthly shift process and inspire you with different perspectives and different kinds of artistic viewpoints on these monthly shifts. So, to view your extended shift reading, you can head over to unseenhandscollective.com, where we are offering you an opportunity to explore our new offerings. So, head on over there and we will dive deeper into your shift together.